Day 3 was our first day at Camp Brisket. We really get into the nuts and bolts of the class.
The brisket is the one for even the professionals in the restaurants. If you can master that, you've mastered the barbecue world.
We ended the night on a wonderful note. It was a great way to cap off day 1.
We got up this morning and came over here back to the Equine Center. The day starts with an incredible breakfast. Chuck Wagon cook Homer Robertson, 7-time world champion. Biscuits and gravy and brisket tacos and everything in between, and it's the highlight of the day.
My name's Homer Robertson. I'm from Granbury, Texas, and here at Brisket Camp helping out Texas Foodways and Texas A&M. So we do a cowboy breakfast on Saturday morning. Brisket camp for about 120 people. So we did just kind of a little cowboy breakfast. So Chuck Wagon cooking, we're really looking for a complete meal. When you're a Chuck Wagon guy, you're doing it all. We're doing beef, obviously, because that's what the Chuck Wagon was all about, was the beef part. We're just trying to keep that history alive, but it still has a functional purpose.
Day 2 is about what do you need to do to set your pit up for the long cook. So we were able to go over in depth with the people in attendance on how to set up our pits as well. Every other pit master did the same thing.
I presented as well about our cookers, how do you set them up, proper way to cook on them. We talked a little bit about time and temperatures and wrapping, and just try to get people comfortable with the process. And that's the biggest thing that we talk about when we smoke is that process. And to be able to show people, an easier way to do it. Everybody has questions, and we were just able to answer any of those questions and, help people out. After that, I sat on a panel for pit design and maintenance. Why are our pits made the way they are, and what's the thought process that goes into them, from material to airflow to fire, all those different aspects of it. That's our questions of, why did you do that? Well, this is why we did do it. And then the last part is I sat on a panel of just kind of ask the pitmaster, and people are able to fire any kind of questions they want at you, and just kind of that all-encompassing closure of, are there any last burning questions, and give people free reign, free will, and ask away.
So as we're winding down the day at Camp Brisket, we had a special guest come and join us today, which is Miss Tootsie. She is always a delight, lights up a room anytime she comes in, and immediately she did the same thing here. As soon as she came into Camp Brisket to kind of close out the day. So as we wind down, we take away those golden nuggets of information and education that we're going to be able to utilize with our teachings and our instructions that we give back at Weber through our experiences.
What really ties this whole experience together for us is to be part of the conversation with the doctors and the professors from Texas A&M, and then work with such a great organization in Foodways Texas, with the tradition of Texas food and how do you bring that all together. Just to be part of that conversation with them really is priceless for us.
It's been an awesome time, and we truly, as always, are very thankful and very grateful for the time and experience we get to spend here at Texas A&M.
That time in front of people is priceless, and to be able to cook on our products and have that time in that space. Some of these pits we were cooking up to next to today were $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 pits. And to be able to show people that you can take a regular backyard grill and you can create such great barbecue, it really opens people's eyes that you don't have to have that $9,000, $10,000 thing back there. You can have a great smoker that's going to produce great food in great quality and create those memories that people are looking to do.
There's a Texas barbecue craze that's lighting up the whole world right now, and people are coming from all countries, all continents, all walks of life with different purposes, but it all revolves around cooking better brisket. And essentially that's what everybody's here for. We just try to give them as much knowledge as possible, and I think when everybody leaves here, they should be able to cook a little bit better brisket than what they were before they came.
Selfishly and honestly, I learn something every time. I learn probably more each camp than the participants, and we take that back home, we put it to use, and there's no doubt in my mind our company's 150 39 years old, we're making better barbecue today than we ever have, and Camp Brisket's an integral part of that.
One of the first gifts I got when I got married was a Weber kettle, and I enjoyed having that. I learned to do a lot of grilling. I've had Weber products all of my married life, and so I just feel like that the equipment that I've been able to use has been important to me personally. I also appreciate Weber's support of the Texas BBQ program here at Texas A&M. One of the things that we wanted to do when we started this class is we didn't want to have it where there would be a restriction of which you couldn't afford to get into to barbecue, and so we want to make sure we had something that was more tailored to home use. And the Weber products that Weber provided to us with the kettles, performers for the Smoky Mountain, both the 22-inch and 18-inch, have been perfect for us to be able to demonstrate and for the students to be able to learn how to cook with.
That's the world I live in.